wonder if anybody can hear me. Can anybody hear me? Okay. All right. One person. Okay. Person. All right. Let's see. For real, if I can get like 5 people on here, then I just start talking. For real. I just start talking after that. Let's see. I ain't gonna lie, like I'm really nervous, but yeah. Once I hit like 5 people, I'm just gonna start talking, and we gonna just go from there. What 3? Maybe 3 to 5. Who knows? 3 to 5 maybe. Whoever the one person is, like, can you actually hear me? Let's see. Trying to see. YouTube is acting weird. Dang. Damien, my bro. Hey. I know who's this guy, right? I don't even like talking for real, for real. So you know this is like interesting for me to be on here, on live, not playing drums, because even when I'm doing that, I'm not even talking. So yeah. That's funny. That's funny. Let me see. All right. I don't even know how long we're gonna be on here. So, yeah. For some reason, YouTube is acting weird. Like, I cannot see YouTube at all. It's like YouTube is like just looking real blank. Yo, that was like 2017. All right, so I'm at like 5. All right, so first of all, whoever's on, like, say what's up so I can like see who's on so I can say what's up back. Also, it's gonna help me because I'm nervous. So if you say what's up and I feel comfortable, like I won't feel like I'm just like talking to my phone the entire time. So yeah, we have 5 people. So what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? How was y'all Sunday? How was y'all's today? Rather, I'm not gonna lie. Today was it was cool. I'm on vacation from work, so I've been kind of like chilling and still getting stuff done around the house. So that's kind of what it is. Yeah. Like, I'm excited about this, but I'm also nervous because, like, of course, when something was like first starting out, you be like, what's going to happen? Especially for me, I'm a thinker. So my first thought is, how is it going to turn out? Like, I want to know, like, what the end is going to be, like, when I actually do it. Or if I want to do something, I'm thinking about the ending already before I even really get started. I got to stop doing that. But yeah, I can't get over that wrong letter thing because I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. So that's hilarious. I was like, I don't think I was 21. I might have been, but I don't think I was even like 21 at the time. So yeah. So yeah, if you come in, like, even if you stay in for like 2 seconds, be like, hey, just popping in. What's up? Like, what's good? Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Yo, I can't remember what the name was. I remember the letters, but I don't remember like the whole like name of what it was I was talking about. I cannot remember. I'm trying to think about it now. But yeah, today was cool. My wife already kind of put it out there, but I definitely was outside with her. We was also like getting the backyard together and stuff for the new crib. Of course, where I'm at now, like, I'm in our office space. So yeah, that's what we've been doing. Like, I'm probably gonna be doing that the whole time I'm on vacation from work. It's just like working on like little stuff at the house. Like, already got the lawn and all that taken care of. Already did like bought different things for like the basement and all that stuff, and just trying to take care of little stuff. We're about to have a time trying to like get everything together to make it a little bit more, homey. It's cool though. Nice little quiet space. So it's cool. That's what I've been doing today. Of course, my son, he's being Braden. So he was doing his thing. And yeah, like, that's kind of what it is. I've been nervous thinking about this all day. Cause like, I'm not a talker. Like, unless you ask me how I feel about something that I actually like care about, like, I'm not gonna lie, I really don't be having much to say. I'll just like kind of be like, okay, cool, all right, and then, other than that, I'm just like, all right, whatever. I don't really. They ask me something like what I think about something, I'll just be like, all right, like, whatever you wanna, whatever. But yeah, once I get back up to 5 people on, whether people really say something or not, I'm gonna just like say what I gotta say, and then like the main parts, I'll probably like clip it. I'll probably like post like the clips of like the important stuff that I'm gonna be like on here for. So it's gonna be cool. And again, if you can't really hear me well, like let me know. Cause like I got my little mixer. I got a little like small setup. You gotta start somewhere. You know what I mean? So I'll be, you know, if something's not right or something's like too low, too high, whatever, I'll like just turn it down a little bit and I'll make it work however I gotta do it. Yeah, man. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I was mad late doing this because that app that I use like to multi-stream, that joint started tripping. So I had to cut some corners and make a way out of no way. All right? Hallelujah. But yeah, this is gonna be cool. I'm excited. Like I said, this is a stretch because those who know me know that I am not really a talker. Like, I'm not no talker. Like, I'm not somebody who, you know, the first person. See, like Justin, he'll tell you like I'm not really a talker. Like, you ask me something, like I'll answer it and just like keep it pushing. So him saying go ahead, that means like, you know what I mean. All right, so that's 5 people. So nah, it's connected to the phone, but I got it connected to like, I have a mixer. I have a mixer though, so you gotta let me know like, what's up, bro? Love you too, EP. All right, so while I get that straight, if there's something wrong, let me know. I'll come back to it. But so my Sunday, I said how my Monday was. My Sunday was cool. The church I play at in the morning, of course, that's always fun. Zion Baptist Church. If you don't have nowhere to be at, you can join us there. We have right now we have 2 services, but we're about to go to 1. We're kind of trial and airing 1 service, and we're doing 1 service at 10 a.m. So if you're not doing anything, we're on YouTube, Facebook, Zion Baptist Church. Cool, we did that. And before I get into what I'm going to talk about or what I'm going to be doing this for, let me just say that. So, okay, funny story. So we've been trying to get the live stream mix like decent for like the house and online. Cool. So my boy, he knows Dana Saray. For those who know or don't know, he's like the brains behind, or one of the brains behind the music of Ty Tribbett, GA. He played, I think he was the MD, and then he started like doing stuff like producing for like Miranda Curtis and Jason Nelson, all that stuff. So he was coming in to help with getting like the sound stuff together. I mentioned that because I remember meeting Dana at the mall. I can't remember what store it was, but I met him. He was with Ben Bananas O'Neal, guitarist for Ty Tribbett and GA. Cool. Me and a homie, we saw. I went up to Dana first and was like, "Hey, first of all, I call this man Dana Sorey. All right, his name is spelled Sorey. Crazy, I know. Didn't know. That's my first time ever actually saying his entire name, like his entire name. So he, you know, I introduced myself, whatever. I was like, "You Dana Sorey?" Cool. Then he introduced me himself to me as Dana Saray. So my mind just like, dang, I done messed up. Like, embarrassment number 1. Okay, cool. So again, Ben is there next to him, and he introduces me to him. And now, mind you, I'm a big Ty and GA fan, right? And I what is it? I know pretty much all of their songs, like the recorded songs, like everybody kind of like that's been put out like nationally. So this is the embarrassing part. So he tells me like, yeah, you know, he's a guy that he wrote like everything to me. My slow behind did not know what he was talking about, bro. Like my face, like I felt slow because I did not know. Like at that moment, I kind of froze up. Like I made that face, like, huh? What song is that? Like they started laughing, and by the time we like walked away from them, I was like, that's crazy. Like I know that song, but he mentions it, and I'm just like, what's that? All right, so yeah, that's that. So I'll try to start every stream with a story like that, some kind of funny story, whatever. But what I'm on here for is to kind of so community. I've been posting stuff about community and about like just certain things when it comes to like working with other people, being connected to other people, because I feel like everything that has something to do with community, whether you reject it or whether you're skeptical about it, it comes from some kind of like experience, whether it's from rejection, whether it's from being taken advantage of, whether somebody stole from you, whether somebody's been hating on you, whether somebody's been, you know, whether they're just weird to you altogether. So I'm thinking like, okay, I'm getting this real, like this about to be real churchy, but like this real burden to like have something to say about it because everybody's reasons are different. Church, non-church, work, whatever. So I just kind of, you know, thought like, yo, it'd be a good idea to like talk about this because a lot of times too, like I see musicians a lot talking about how like, you know, how like they're in church because they gotta work, like they work at the church, but it's more of a thing like I'm just there to get my check and, you know, I'm just dip out. Like I'm gonna play, but I'm gonna just kind of like do what I gotta do so I can get out of here. Cool. But I feel like a lot of times, like when you don't really lean in to like any kind of community, you kind of shortchange yourself because it's almost like, okay, you're around a bunch of people that may have what you need, right? Like in my eyes, like I feel like church can be like a trade school, right? Like you could be like, yo, I'm looking for a barber. Like I need somebody to like cut my hair. Like my last barber, he was trash. He moved, he whatever, you know. But then you get around a bunch of people, again, whether it's church or not, you get around them and then it's like, okay, you kind of take yourself you kind of separate yourself, but you don't even know that the people that you're around, there's a barber somewhere in the midst of that, and they mad nice at cutting hair, but because you have this weird thing about community, it's like you about to miss out. You about to go mad long, you about to be woofing, you about to look like you know, been in a cave, you know, 4 days, 40 nights, like you about to look crazy, but you don't even realize, yo, like, you like there's like it's a barber like in this community of people, but you'll never meet them like because you have this weird thing about people, and that's something that I'm learning too. So this is not like like I'm looking down like you need to do this, like you like now like I'm on a journey too. That's why like a lot of my statuses, right, they all kind of say hashtag journey to community because it's a journey for me too. Like I'm not a people person. To me, I'm not somebody like I'm not the person who goes out in public and just start talking to people. Like that's not me. Like that's not the person I am. Like I'll be like, okay, well if they say something to me, I'll say hi, but like I'm not the person to be in like full blown conversation with a stranger. That's just me. But again, a lot of times we will miss out on stuff because we won't even go up to somebody and say hi. How you doing? What's up? Like, you know what I mean? And then oftentimes, again, that comes from like maybe past experiences where like, again, like you may have had somebody take advantage of you, they stole from you, and you was leaned in. I mean, you was loyal to them, you was willing to fight for them. If they called you, you know, they don't have to say the reason or they don't have to say their part in the situation, but you'll be there and you'll be ready to like squabble like instantly. So yeah, like community. It's a weird thing because again, based on your experiences is how you'll look at it or how your outlook on it will be. So I could tell you now, like I've had several experiences where, you know, I've been like, you know what, I can't, nope. This is the last time I'm doing this. This is the last time I'm seeing this person. This is the last time I'm going to look out for this person in this way. Like it be like that. Like it really be like that. So I'm not gonna hold you. Like it like I said, it's like that sometimes. So, you know, especially again, with me, just keeping it transparent, like I'm an only child, right? So only child and a church kid. A lot, like when I'm growing up, like I didn't really have a lot of I didn't have a lot of friends when I left school. Like my church friends, like we cool. Like no beef with them, cool. Like we was cool. But like when it came to like having friends like that I chill with outside of school, that was from school, nah. I was church. As soon as I got home from school, homework, rehearsal, or some way, form or fashion of like church. So that was pretty much my life. I was kind of sheltered. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of sheltered. So I wasn't exactly street smart, but I knew a lot of street N words. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? That's just, and it's weird because like I kind of yeah, bro. Yeah. We getting into it. But yeah, like I was the kid, I was the quiet kid in school. I was a church kid, and I may not have been like the hood dude, but for some reason I knew a lot of the hood dudes. Like it's weird. It's weird because me being a church kid alone, like that's enough for me to be isolated more than anything. Like that's like, okay, he a church kid, so we don't want to do nothing around him. Like we don't want to, like it's weird around him because he goes to church. Like nah, like so, it's crazy. But like even even let's see, my first experience with real like community was probably sixth grade. Okay, story time again. So I was in sixth grade, right? And I we were they were figuring out and calling out names of people like who were going to certain middle schools. And it's crazy because like of course you go to a school based off of like where you live. So if you live in a certain area, like you're gonna go to that school. That's all I really knew. So yeah, but yeah, I know Cedric. Yeah, that's true as well. Yeah. I guess that was like some kind of like protection, whatever. But yeah, like so they were calling out names, and I ain't gonna lie, like I had my group of homies like that I was cool with. Like whenever I went to school, like I knew where to go. Like I knew where to go. So I kind of already knew like who my homies were, like who the ones that like I really regard as like that's my dude. And I so look, so I have my pause. So I have a mic into my mixer, and then I have an extension. My headphones are in the mixer too, and the connection to the phone is to the mixer as well. I have the microphone and the mixer on the same line. Should I change it? I'm about to change it. Hold on. How does this sound now? All right, so when y'all tell me that, then I'll keep going while y'all tell me that. So when they were telling us like when they're telling us what middle school we're going to, I found out that like pretty much all my homies were going like to a whole different middle school, bro. A whole different middle school. I went to Harlan. I went to no, not Harlan. Harlan was elementary school. I went to Tally Middle, and all my homies was like going to like Mount Pleasant and not Mount Pleasant. Wait, Mount Pleasant high school. They were going to I can't remember. I can't remember the school, but they were going to a whole nother like middle school. And bro, y'all going to judge me. Y'all going to judge me. But I cried. I'm not gonna lie. I cried. Like I cried. Yeah. Was it Springer? Yeah. It was Springer. But yeah, like it was wild because like I cried and like bro, that had to be embarrassing. Like I hope nobody thought it went crazy about me because I was crying. Like I felt mad because it's like bro, like those is my homies, so it's like we going a whole different way. I think Springer was more closer to like it may have been closer to Claiborne, and then Tally was more closer to like I think Wilmington. But yeah, like so again, that separation was like sheesh, like I don't want to say abandonment because I didn't feel abandoned, but like community is like dang, like that was probably like the first time. It's not all right. Hold on. I'm gonna just go to my laptop. Hold on. Or I can go to my. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Nah, I need to get my cause my mixer the way I got it hooked up is not right. So have you seen my what's the name? I'm looking for my AirPods. Yeah. I don't see it. Dang, I can't find my AirPods. What am I trying to say? Huh? Alright. Can y'all hear me now? Oh, shoot. Thank you. Alright, can y'all hear me now? Alright, so I can't remember. Okay. So I was talking about when my homies all went to Springer and I had to go to Tally. I was tore up, bro. I was distraught. Cause I'm like, bro, what am I gonna do? Like, those are my homies. So now, my first year in Tally, and then mind you, we were renting a school out called Burnett. It was some real skyscraper school that everybody was using when they had to like get their building fixed. So I'm walking in there, and I'm like, bro, who are these people? Who are these people? Like, I don't know who that is. You know what I mean? I don't know where they from. And the crazy part is they was from Wilmington. That's the crazy part. They're from Wilmington. But I'm like, I don't know these people. So yeah. Hold on, it's hot. So yeah, that's another example. That's another example of like community almost like being taken because yeah, those are my homies. But anyway, so yeah, like experiences. Like, I don't want to give away all my stories because there was this one. I'm married now. Shout out to my wife, Tyra, my son, Braden, and our little one that's on the way. Name to be announced because we don't know right now. But there was this one chick that I used to date, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, my wife, she is very much saved. She's very much saved. She loves the Lord. You know. But when I was dating homegirl, yeah, I was like, bro, after this, like, I'm never talking to a joint that go to church ever again. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, nah, I didn't. Nope. If she know how to shout, nope. If she say she loved the Lord, if she tithes, if she's on some praise team or she's in somebody's choir, if she's a worshiper, so yeah, community for you, a whole community of people that I was about to be like, you know what, I'm good. Like, I don't need this. But yeah, like, what I'm gonna be doing, I'm not gonna stream next week, but the week after I'm gonna stream like mad times. Like, I'm gonna stream mad times. Nah, for real, yo, for real, like, for real, like. Damien, chill. Real talk. I was like, nah, I am good. You can have that. Like, nope. If you go to church, it's because I'm inviting you. Ooh. Anything to do with church? Nope, sorry. Can't do it. Nope. None of that. Nope. If you even say anything about a church or I'm good, bro. You can have it. Sorry. Damien, you funny. Oh man. She owe me money. But anyway,
what I was saying was like I'm gonna be like going live about different ways that like, and I'm gonna use myself as an example. I'm gonna be, oh my gosh, sure did. I love that money back though, but but yeah, I'm gonna be using myself as an example because this is more like introspective. Like I'm not gonna be like, this is not gonna be one of the things where it's like, you know, I can't stand church people. I can't like nah. Cause like again, this is a journey to community. So I'm going to be like kind of like using the things that I've written down to kind of just use those things that I've written down to get myself back in that saddle of like community, wanting to be around people, you know, caring about being like, cause I ain't gonna lie, I'm still not a people person. I'm not. I'm sorry. Like, nah. Like, like I said, especially because like in those settings, people be wanting you to talk, bro. And sometimes I be like, I thought my body language told you that I'm not trying to talk, but you just gonna go anyway. Like even like at work, right? Now, how do I say this? Okay, my work schedule is either Monday through Saturday or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, right? And it don't matter which day it is. My coworkers will call me, not call me, but they will be ready to be in full conversation with me at like 5:30 in the morning. And you know what the crazy part about that is? I have my AirPods in, right? And in my mind, while they're talking, I'm like, I know you see me with these AirPods in. I know you see it. I know you see it. I know you see it. Like, I know you see, like, I'm not, like, I'm here, but I'm not here. First of all, it's too early. Okay? It's too early. I had to wake up at 4 to get here by 5. So, I'm trying to figure out why you're talking to me right now. And that probably sounds rude. It probably sounds rude, but I'm also not a morning person, so that's like a double whammy. If I had it my way, I'll be starting work at like 9 or 10. Okay, so it's just one of the things where it's like, listen, you. What I want to tell them is, catch me at around 11. I'll be ready to have a conversation. Like, listen. It could be about sports. It could be about music. I ain't gonna lie. If you catch me on a good day and you talk about music, I might have something to say. No, never mind. Because look, now I'm ranting. Because my coworkers, they like metal, they like rock and roll, and I'm cool. Keegan, my guy. Yo, Sorry, y'all. I've been thinking about you, Keegan. You've been on my mind, brother. You've been on my mind, brother. Nothing prophetic, because I know how you be trying to. see, Mark, and that's why I would have to mute you in real life. That's why. That's why. Because look, they will really do that though, man. They really be ready like in the full conversation, like even sports. Like I like talking about sports, but bro, at 5:30 in the morning, I'm still waking up. I'm trying to wake up and get started on my way. I'm just saying. Love you too, bro. Like for real. So I'm telling you, community. Because I'm telling you, I feel like if we have a better grasp on community, you'll see a lot of things that people are different. Of course, protect yourself. You don't be leaning into just like trusting people all the time because I don't trust nobody. Listen, my grandma used to be like, you can't get on past me because I wake up too early. That's my testimony. Literally. I wake up too early. I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, bro. I ain't got time to get played. No sorry, Bob. One of my other favorite quotes from my grandma is, "Been there, done that, got a T-shirt for it." When she used to say that to me, I used to holler, cause like having a T-shirt for it is crazy. But for real, I appreciate though because got a T-shirt, I got the wounds. Whew. So yeah. I'm churchy too, by the way. I don't know if y'all knew that. I'm churchy. If you don't know me like that well yet, I'm sorry, but I am church. So if I quicken or something, like don't. I'm not weird. Bro, that is church. That is church. That is definitely church. That definitely is church. But yeah, like it's so many things I've learned dealing with people, living life. It's just it's something. I'm excited too because I want to take this somewhere. Like I want this to be like some kind of like, just like, oh, this is some seasonal, something you just do when you bored. Like nah, like I want to take this. Like I got plans. Like the one thing I was always told was like, bro, once you write it down, it gotta happen. It gotta happen, cause like you wrote it down. So you writing it down is like a symbol that like you really want this. It wasn't just some thought that you had because you just was bored and you just wanted to be just out here just twiddling your thumb. Like nah, like I want to do this. Like this is something that I really want to do. So let's yeah, bro, we gonna do it. I want to have like people on. I want to have like guests and stuff like that. I want to like talk to people. Like I want it to be a conversation too. Like, you know what I mean? So I ain't going to hold you. And it's going to sound kind of mean, but if you don't got no personality, I'm kind of good. Like that sounds kind of mean, but like I feel like in this day and age, like ain't nobody trying to talk to nobody and feel like talking to a cardboard box. Like that's just straight up like I definitely want to like talk to somebody who want to talk to me. For real. So, and also, I don't know how many entrepreneurs we got in here. I know Keegan is one. I don't know who else. But I definitely want to do something with entrepreneurs where like I want to like shout y'all out on these streams. And I want to like make a post about it. But this would be the only stipulation though. Like, in order for me to do it, like, you gotta have a website. For real. Because I feel like in this day and age, people think it's kind of weird to have a business and then like everything gotta be done through inbox. If you do that, I'm not mad at you. Like if you do that, I'm not, this is not a dig. Like, this is not a dig if you do that. But I think that like just from a professional standpoint, people want to be able to like know what they're getting in a way before they really lean into what you're doing. Right? Like Keegan. Keegan, he's a producer. He records stuff. He has a whole workstation, all that. But even before you get to the workstation and him producing your stuff, like he has a website that you can go to actually like see his work. I'm sure he has like do you have like a discography or like some kind of like, he probably has a list of like people or like a list of work that he's done. So like you kind of know what you're getting yourself into, and you ain't got to like hope that it comes out right because, you just had a direct message agreement and you hoping it turns out right, or you hear how he plays for somebody and you gotta hope that it's the same thing for when he works with you. Like nah, like if you got a website, I don't have an issue at all like promoting your stuff. If it be that drums, I might do like a whole brand overhaul. I'm kind of thinking about that. But yeah, that's that. So I don't know what's gonna come in here. That is an entrepreneur. I'll repeat it again if I see somebody else that's an entrepreneur. That's what I'm saying. Also, like if you come in, like say what's up, so that way like I can kind of like fill you in a way, because I don't want to say everything over again. But yeah, man, this is gonna be fun. That's all I can say. Like we gonna do it big. You're gonna do it big, because I feel like, and like I know right now it's like a musician's thing that I'm also speaking to. But like I said before, like it don't have to stop at musicians. But I know for sure that I see a lot of musicians who are, you know, kind of, they don't really trust churches these days. Like if it's not a pastor or somebody that like that they really trust, they kind of don't really care for the church. You know what I mean? They'll still give their best, but it's like, nah, like I'll just kind of, like I said, I'll do what I got to do here and let everything else take care of itself. But like I said, you never know what you need when it comes to dealing with community. Like I said, you can be looking for somebody, you could have a case coming up, you're looking for a lawyer, and it's somebody at a church or at work that can have exactly what you need. For real. That's why, like, and I'll say this too, a community, like, I've seen the status about this, but I think what's missing a lot of times too, churches aren't really willing to, like, help the next generation come up as far as being musicians and all that stuff, because, like, we don't really keep them in church. And I know there's, like, multiple layers to that, but just from this particular, like, side of it, like, I feel like a lot of times, like, back when I was younger, we learned by watching other musicians, bro. Like before we started like going to school and playing, like before we went to school and started, you know, learning how to read and, you know what I mean? Like you saw the drummer, like you was excited to see that the drummer was there. You knew they wouldn't let you play, but you got excited because like you saw the drummer, like for the church, like show up. And you was ready to look at everything he was doing so that like so you could like kind of mimic whatever he was doing. I used to air drum. I used to be a beast too. I'm not gonna lie. Like I used to, RIP to my bro, Paul Purnell Jr. Like he used to show up. Oh, and my god sister Brittany, cause my childhood church. Shout out to them too. Church on the Rock Ministries, Bishop Pitts. Cool. I love them. That's always family. But when I was before I like really played the drums, like physically played the drums, I remember I used to bring my sticks to the church, and I'll be in a corner somewhere air drumming. And my mom would be like, he know when to hit the cymbals, he know when to, he know when to hit all the drums. He would just, that's how I learned. For real, because I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'll tell the story too. I started out playing, it's actually quite random, okay? So this is during a shut-in. I don't even know if churches have shut-ins anymore, but we had a shut-in, right? And back then, it was just something different about, like, having church during a shut-in, bro. Like, it's like everything was just extra churchy. Everything was extra churchy. Like, the traditional songs of mad, like, we were singing them Jones for mad long. We was just churching it up. I'm in the kids' room, bro. I'm in the kids' room, twiddling my thumbs, playing around. The drummer wasn't there for that, I think, entire weekend. But they ended up coming into the children's room where I was and was like, hey, you want to play the drums? Like, I didn't know what I was even saying. I was just like, okay, yeah. Ended up playing as if, like, somebody literally taught me how to play. Now, I wasn't chopping or nothing. Didn't know how to do that. But, like, that was my, like, introduction to drums. Like, I never had formal lessons. My mom put me in, like, a band class, like an introduction to, like, drumming and all that stuff like that. And I'm not gonna lie, I got bored. I kind of wish I had the I do wish I kind of had the hunger back then to like learn from like the beginning. But during that time, I just wanted to play drums. I like playing drums in church, so that's kind of how that started. But back to community, you know, that's how I kind of even found my community with drummers. Like my home church, my childhood church, I call them. I'll say this, and I'm actually ungrateful for this because like the way y'all be going crazy these uh about these denominations, stuff like that, and these, you know, organizations. And not saying organizations are bad, but just from the outside, I'm glad I'm not part of that stuff. Cause my childhood church, we didn't do that. Like we didn't have we weren't Kojic, we weren't PAW, we weren't holiness, one like we wasn't none of that. We just we had our convocations and we had church. All I knew back then was we were Pentecostal. That's all I really knew. We were Pentecostal. That's it. Nothing to it. Have church, pray, Bible study, shut-ins, fasting, children's ministry. So I'm grateful for that community because for real, Church on the Rock taught me a lot. They taught me when I was doing too much. They taught me when, they taught me to be on time for stuff. They taught me to, they would have like these 30 to 45 minute like prayers before Sunday service. And they would kind of tell me about like, hey, we need you in there doing prayer too. Like don't come slipping in. Pause. Don't come like don't arrive, just walking in after the prayer. Like, nah, like we want this transition between prayer and praise and worship to be smooth. So yeah, man, that's a community that taught me a lot. I probably wouldn't know as much as I knew. Even though, like, again, in Church on the Rock, we were not a church where like we always had like a bunch of recordings and you know what I mean? But the crazy part is like Bishop Pitts was still musically inclined though. So the music still had to be right. You know what I mean? Not just kind of making it through like, nah, like excellence was still a thing. She played the organ. So it was dope. I'm proud of my church upbringing, if I should say. You feel me? So yeah, ended up like again, so many memories. High school. Again, I'm a church kid. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I didn't really come into my own as a person probably until I went to Job Corps. I'm not gonna lie. Job Corps is when like my eyes kind of opened. Like, oh wow, like, oh okay. Because again, like Job Corps had a wider range of like age groups. So you see people that got kicked out of school in middle school or high school, or you know what I mean, just a whole it's a lot, but my eyes were open. And even then, again, you don't know what you're going to run into. Community. See how it's all connected? It's all connected. But you see how it's all kind of like, I met my mentor and big bro, Dr. Kaylin Coleman, at Job Corps. Crazy part about that is, I wasn't looking. I was not looking, bro. I wasn't looking. But when I met him, is probably when I was like, yo, I met somebody who reminds me, to me, in a lot of ways, he was a grown version of who I really was. Raised in the church, love choirs, love music. To himself, he had a brother, but like he stayed in his own little corner. Like he stayed in his own little like pocket to where like, he, you know, he wasn't really into people, if I can say that. You know what I mean? So like you never know what you'll find. And the crazy part is we met him through, there was a church that I went to after I went to Church on the Rock. I went to another church called Zion Fair, the church I'm at now. And through that connection, I met Gabe, Damien, Adrian, Ashley, Autumn, who else? Mad different people. So that's why, like, you know, community is important. Because you don't know what you'll get out of it, especially when you have the right intentions. I'm trying so hard not to, like, talk about what I want to talk about, because I have it written down for, like, the next time I get on here. But, like, you never know. Because, like, I'm not gonna lie, some stuff that happened to you when you lean into community, it'll break your heart. It'll harden your heart to be like, if I don't be cool with another person, that's fine. It'll have you like that. But, like, I'm learning, again, because it's a journey. And it's a thing where you have to be willing at some point to be like, hey, maybe this ain't that bad. Maybe what I'm missing is in the community that I'm shunning. And especially because when we experience certain things, we will also shun something that has good intentions for us. We'll be like, no. Like, I mean, you cool, but no. Like, no, okay, that's cool. It looked like that last time, and then I got burned. Or I did that this way, went that way, and it got me broke. It got me, you know, my stuff was stolen. I got played. So that's, you know what I mean, that's kind of what it is. But yeah, man. Because also, like, even with community itself, you never know. You could be what somebody else needs. That's kind of church. But for real, like, you don't know what, like, God could be placing something in you, and you're bypassing. Hey, this is so churchy. But, like, you don't know who needs your yes. That's churchy. But, like, you don't know who needs your yes. You don't know who needs the work that you're putting in. You can reach people that you may never even meet. You may reach people that, you know, that you were never even really intended to really even impact. And that's real talk. Hold on, y'all. Hi. What you doing? What are you doing?
Hi, Daddy.
Hi. Come here.
Oh.
Say hi. Look.
Hi. Look. Hi.
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 What's up, y'all?
Sapya. Sapya.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey. Pam.
Pound.
Boom.
But yeah, I didn't want much. This was kind of fun. I'm gonna have more to say, cause what are you doing? But yeah, this is great. But yeah, this is what it is. Talking about community. It could be for real. Community could be the thing But
Hi. I said hi. I said hi. 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 Hi.
they can't see you.
Papa.
Well, they can see you, babe. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, also too, Pastor Payne. I still remember that one time we went to that car show. Baby, stop.
Yes, yes, yes.
Can you go to mommy, please?
No. No.
I'll never forget that time me, you, and Devin went to that car show, and I was asking you mad random questions about church. I don't even know why I was doing that. I don't know why I was doing that,
Daddy. Hey.
but that was cool. That was cool, but and also Pastor Payne is very on guitar. He is very much church. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I'm just trying to see why YouTube is like being weird. YouTube is being very weird. I don't know why. But yeah. But yeah. But yeah. Community. Like I said, it's a process. I have not mastered it, but trust me, I'm starting to see like the worth in it. Because again, you don't know what you'll find. You don't know what you'll find in that. Like what you need can very well be in that community of people. For real, for real. This might sound kind of crazy, but I'll be like going to work, like believing like, what if I meet somebody that's like crazy rich and I get cool with them over a little conversation? I'll be on that type time because like I said, you don't know. Like you don't know. Like you really never know. One conversation can like have you set for life. You being at your job, being nice to a particular person, and you don't even know the army that lies behind them. For real. You don't know. Because honestly, and this thought just came to my mind too. Like, even when it comes to church, taking it back to like church community, like, a lot of times people, Brayden, like a lot of times people will be upset when church will come to different things, but it's like, okay, you're mad they didn't support X, Y, and Z, but when you had a chance to kind of like allow people to know who you are, did you take that chance? Hey, when I had this going on, they didn't support me. They probably don't even know who you are.
Yeah. Yay.
Yeah. Amen. Yeah.
Amen.
Like, it's one of the things where it's like you have to also, and I learned this from a friend too, like make yourself visible. You want somebody to support you with something, or you're looking for some kind of like support from a community of people that don't even know you there. Again, which is why community is important. You want people to respond to nothing. They don't even know you there. But now you're mad at these people, and they're looking at you like, you mad at me for what? I didn't even know that you were doing that. Okay. So yeah, like again, that's why community is important. Because sometimes even having support, you know what I mean? Because some people, everybody's meaning of support won't even be like showing up physically and giving me something. Like it's almost like love languages, right? Like everybody's love language is not give me gifts. Some people's love languages spend time with me. You can give me sneakers, but whenever I call you or need you for something, as far as like just quality time, you're always busy. I mean, thanks for the sneakers, thanks for the jewelry, but you know what I mean? So again, community. It should be a, it should be a two-way thing. You feel me? Because a lot of times, it's like sometimes people want community, right? But it's like you have to get something too. Not that we do stuff to get something in return solely, but you want somebody to do something for you, but when they need something from you, effort, intention, it's like, no, I'm good. Like community is something that people like both gotta, you know what I mean? It's like trying to be with somebody, and it's like you want to be with them, but they don't want you though. How that gonna work? You interested in them, and when they don't like you back, but you gonna be like, I mean, well he'll see. Like, nah, no, nope. The feeling should be mutual. The investment should be mutual. How you even if the love language is different, how you pour into each other should even be at the somewhere in the same level. You know what I mean? So again, community. We're gonna be talking about that, and then after that, we'll probably talk about other stuff too. I wrote a lot of stuff down, so this is gonna be fun. I'm probably gonna be on here a little bit more until like 8:30. I hope this makes sense, because again, I think that community is something. We got a lot of people. Trigger warning. It's like if we had a lot of community, I feel like it would probably be less like suicides, bro. Because I wonder, like, I don't have the stats, but I wonder how many people that commit suicide do it because they felt like they didn't have nobody. That's tragic, man. For real. So, again, I think about it from both ways. You want community, but you have to invest yourself, though. Because everything ain't going to come to you. Everything's not going to be like, I'm going to sit here and wait for somebody to walk past and ask me how I'm doing. No. Oh, man. Thanks, Pastor. Love you much. Love you much. But yeah, like, everything's not going to be like, I'm just going to sit here and wait, and hopefully somebody will see that something's wrong. Like, nah, like, that ain't how life go, typically. That ain't how life go. That ain't how life go. That ain't how life go. You know what I mean? Community takes effort from both sides. Just like with anything else. Just like with anything else. So, again, this is all something that I'm learning as well. It's hard. And especially for somebody like me, because like I said in the beginning, I am not a person, like, I'm not a person that, like, I'll keep it like this. I'm churchy, so I'm gonna keep it in the guidelines of church. I'm the person that once I'm done playing drums, once I'm done ministering through like music or whatever, I'll say a few high and bites here and there, but I'm out. I received my my Holy Ghost payment, and I'm out. And that's not even because I have an issue with the church, or because I have an issue with somebody, or because I got beef or I'm upset. That's just how I am. I am very much like, do what I gotta do, get me out of here. I'm fine. Like I'm straight. Like you don't have to, like I don't have to stay longer if I don't have to. But again, like there's so much in a community that you can pull from. You know what I mean? You know, that's why even then, like, I'll say this to musicians as well. If you feel like you're at a church, even if it's just a job, and you don't feel no motivation to be there, or you don't feel like you can receive anything from there, bro, don't waste your time. Leave. Because all you'll do is drain yourself. And for it'll start off draining your spirit, and then it'll drain your body. I've been there. Again, been there, done that. Got a t-shirt for it. You know what I mean? That joint will eat up at you. You'll be literally going to your gig or your Sunday service, and after every service, or even during the service, you will literally be sitting there in your seat like, bro, why am I here? Why am I here? What am I really gaining? What am I really getting out of this? Listen, in 2025, bro, in this millennium, in this dispensation of time, we in a time where we don't have time to be like doing stuff just for no reason. And I keep saying this, church or no church, we don't have no time to be like just doing stuff just because it's like, oh, it's just something to do. Nah. If it's draining you, and you asking yourself why are you there, and it's a pull for you, especially with something like, okay, for me, like, okay, me an example again, I'll use myself. If I am somewhere doing something that I'm saying I love to do, like I love playing drums. That's where my gift is. But if I'm somewhere using my gift and I'm feeling like it is draining me or pulling on me to the point where like I'm just no good there, I don't have no motivation to really be there, I'm not growing in my gift, the preach word there is not helping me, I got to go. Seriously, I gotta go. Because what happens is, I'll say it again, it'll start out in your spirit, bro. It'll drain your spirit. And then you will literally be physically tired. And you'll wonder why. Well, I'm doing what I love to do. I'm operating in my gift. It can't be that I don't want to play drums, or I don't want to, whatever your gift is. It's not like I don't want to do it. But every time I leave this space that I'm supposed to like love doing, I'm just always tired. I'm always wishing I'm somewhere else. Listen, we don't have time for that. If it's not growing you, get out. Guess what? Even if the money good, get out of there. Get out of there. Because you getting a check, but you can't even really enjoy it because you're so tired. For real. For real. So again, community. I have something to say. And again, I am very much not really a talker. So this is weird for me watching myself talk. But trust me when I tell you, it's gonna be good. Because again, I'm helping me. I'm helping me. You know what I mean? You never know. You never know. Because at some point, not being a people person ain't gonna cut it. At some point, being standoffish or having this like attitude of like, I'm good on everything. You're gonna know I'm good at everything out of a blessing, bro. You're gonna know I'm good out of a miracle or something, out of some money. And we live in a day and time where like everybody can use some money. Cost of living is wild. You know what I mean? You know, housing costs and apartments, y'all. Our rent in our last apartment was going up yearly. Now, mind you, I get that's how it goes, right? I get that's how it is with apartments or whatever, cool. But y'all, it wasn't even like our amenities and stuff, like our utilities was like on point. I'm like, you mean to tell me y'all gonna raise the rent, but every couple of months I gotta call maintenance to help fix something? Like, bro. Because for real, every time we paid the rent every month and something will go right or go wrong, I'll be in my mind like, bro, rent goes up every year. And I feel like we got to send a message to maintenance like every couple of months. I'm trying to figure out why. What's the point? You know what I mean? I'm just saying. And for real, I ain't gonna lie to you, my mind just went somewhere else. I don't know why I even said that. But anyway, yeah. But I'm about to get out of here. This was fun. I'm not gonna lie to you because of how I am. I'll probably be nervous every time I have to do this. I'll probably be nervous. Yeah. I'll probably always be nervous. Because talking in front of people is just weird. And it's crazy because, like, again, I'm churchy, born and raised in church. I've had to preach like twice. And the weird part about that is when I've had to do it, I would literally be nervous all the way up to the point where I had to get up there and do it. And then I'd be like, oh, okay, I'm cool. But I'll always be, listen. And I feel like that comes with, I feel like that's like a level of humility. Because what I was always taught was when you're doing something that's out of your comfort zone and it kind of almost makes you uncomfortable, that's a sign that you know you cannot do it on your own strength. It's a sign that you know that if it was up to you and your own intention and your own plan, you wouldn't be doing it. But because you have a burden for it, or because you know that it's something that doesn't escape you, the thought, the idea, the imagining of what you have in your mind to do, it always appears. It's like a part of you is kind of like it's like a healthy fear, a healthy nervousness. So yeah. For real, if y'all enjoyed this, and I'm not saying this as like arrogance, so please just bear with me. Encourage me as I encourage myself in the Lord, because this ain't easy. I can't believe I did this, and I think I did this for about an hour and a half. So, yeah. So, continue to pray for me. Thank you, sis. My son is knocking on the door. So, yeah. Oh, and another thing. When I put that as my status, that's how I'm saying it. And another thing. Just wanted to give a heads up. But, also, because this is just me, I just want to say this before I head out of here. If you don't know the Lord, you better get to know him. He's a good father. Jesus is amazing. He's good. He's the only one that has the voice that can pierce through any noise. All right? Pastor Bass, I miss you, sir. I always think about you and First Lady all the time. Lady Annette Bass. I love y'all. I think about y'all a lot. Y'all come across my my timeline a lot. So I always wonder how y'all doing. But yeah, like I was saying, like, get to know Jesus for real. That's just my try to know him, okay? That's what Twinkie Clark was saying. But yeah. I love everybody. And everybody I love. So I'll see y'all not next Monday. That's a holiday, so I'm gonna be like chilling. But the Monday after, I believe it's September the 8th. I'll have a whole theme. That's like I'm a preacher. But it's not, I'm really not, I'm just gonna be like, just talking. And maybe I'll have like a guest or something at some point. Because I definitely don't want to just be up here by myself, just, you know. I'm gonna figure out how to do this. So I can like make professional. And this is gonna be huge. I'm just putting it out there now. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be great. Okay. Alright. So, okay, so I'll just put it out there. So Pastor Daryl Bass has a group quartet called Pastor Daryl Bass and the Delaware Boys. They're going to be recording live November the 1st. Pastor Bass, do you have a time for that? Let y'all get hip to that. And support them as well. They have music online too. On all platforms. Support them. Support them. Let's see. I don't want to get off without okay. All right. At 3 p.m., y'all. So if y'all into gospel, y'all into quartet music at Simpson. Is it Simpson United? It is it's a $20 cover, so get your tickets. Their music is good. It's real quartet. You know, I thought about this too, and you got me sidetracked. Okay, so Simpson United. Okay, think about that too. This is real quartet, by the way. Like, no shade to the quartet that's going on now, But I was telling somebody, I remember back when, like, quartet music, the musicians really weren't like the calling card for the quartet music. Like back in the day, like it was like the singers and the band was just super tight. Like this, like now, like I think bands and quartet they get a little bit more freedom. They get a little bit more freedom now, so you hear a lot of band hits and you hear a whole lot of like band intros and outros. But this here is some like real good quartet music. Like this kind of quartet that's gonna pack out the churches because your grandmama gonna want to be there, your auntie gonna want to be there. All the people that be like, I love me some good ham clapping foot stuff. Like them kind of people. They gonna want to be there too. Okay, so for tickets, you're gonna reach out at 302-464-9138. So get y'all tickets. Get some good quartet in your spirit. That's some of y'all problem now. Y'all be, y'all like the fancy music and, ain't no scripture in them. But, okay. I actually want to go to that too, Pastor Bass. So Ultimate Praise Ministries. No? Oh, Canaan Baptist Church? Okay. So they're having a service at Canaan Baptist Church at 5 p.m. Donnie McClurky is going to be coming September 14th for Pastor Bass's wife, Lady Annette, her birthday. I think I want to come to that. But yeah. Again, thanks for being on here. I just want to get a feel for what it's going to be like. I actually have a title for the streams that I'm going to be like for the stream in general. It's going to be on Mondays. I'm going to say what it is next week. It's cool. Again, sometimes it's gonna be geared towards like being a musician, but I'm not gonna like. I feel like it could go way beyond just. It could go way beyond being a musician or being in church. So we're gonna have fun. Definitely give me a talkback church because I love a talkback church. Y'all know I'm churchy. For those that do know, I'm churchy. So, give me an amen, give me something, give me a hootie hoo, something, you know what I mean? So, this is going to be fun. I'm excited. I was nervous. I was kind of shaking a little bit because I'm learning to not say certain things because I used to be like, everything makes me nervous, but I have to, like, I got to watch the words I put out there. So, I'm not nervous about everything. I have boldness. I have confidence. So, this is going to be fun. I feel like when you're doing something that you're called and burdened to do, the favor comes with it. I believe that. I believe that when you're called to do something, and I feel like that's why some stuff, okay, I don't get in trouble. But I feel like that's why sometimes stuff don't last a lot of times with people is because the favor wasn't there because you weren't called to do that. Like, you weren't supposed to do that. That idea was not the Holy Ghost. You were inspired by something, but that something wasn't for you to do. Anyway, I can't wait. I've come a long way because I don't even like hearing my own voice. So yeah. Again, y'all. Till next time. Good night.